In the heart of Umuofia, a village full of rich culture and traditions, life was as rhythmic as the drums echoing through the air. The village, surrounded by green hills and flowing rivers, was a mix of vibrant colors and sounds. Children played around the huts, women pounded yam and sang traditional songs, and men farmed or prepared for hunting. Amidst this lively setting, one person stood out: Adanma. Adanma was a woman of great beauty and intelligence. At 25, she was the daughter of Is, a respected village elder, and Emeka, a skilled weaver known for her beautiful work. Adanma's presence was captivating, her skin was smooth, her eyes sparkled with wisdom, and her movements were as graceful as swaying palm trees. She often wore traditional Igbo clothes, colorful wrappers with intricate beadwork and a head tie that showed her regal nature. Despite her beauty, Adanma remained unattainable. Many men in Umuofia and beyond had asked to marry her, drawn not only by her looks but also by her sharp mind and kind heart. However, no man had ever met her standards. This puzzled the entire village, sparking rumors and debates around evening fires. Why was Adanma so hard to please? Is, Adanma's father, was a wise and respected man. At 50, he had seen the village through many challenges and celebrations. He often wore traditional elder attire, showing his status and respect. Emeka, at 48, was the heart of their household. Her beautifully woven clothes were popular in the village, and she was proud of her daughter's grace and intelligence. Adanma's best friend, Nkem, was 22 and kind-hearted. She often found herself in Adanma's shadow. Nkem wore simpler traditional clothing but had her own beauty, a gentle demeanor that won many hearts. She admired Adanma deeply, though she sometimes wished for a bit of the attention Adanma received. Among Adanma's suitors were Emeka, Chike, and Obi. Emeka, a 30-year-old warrior, was known for his bravery and strength. Dressed in warrior gear, he had proven his courage in many battles, earning respect and admiration. Chike, 28, was a wealthy trader, his ambitious nature shone in his rich clothes and the success he had achieved. Obi, 25, was the least wealthy of the three but was wise and kind-hearted. His modest traditional attire hid the depth of his thoughts and the gentleness of his spirit. Each suitor had tried hard to win Adanma's heart. Emeka showcased his bravery, Chike flaunted his wealth, and Obi displayed his wisdom and kindness. Yet, Adanma found them all lacking. This series of rejections confused the suitors and the villagers, leading to whispers of a hidden reason behind Adanma's high standards. One evening, as the sun set, casting a golden light over Umuofia, he sat with Emeka and Adanma. The air was thick with the scent of flowers and the sound of distant drums. Adanma, Is began, his voice a mix of curiosity and concern. Why do you turn away every suitor? Is there something we do not see? Adanma looked at her father, her eyes reflecting a mix of resolve and sadness. Father, there are things that you and the village cannot understand. My heart seeks something beyond bravery, wealth, and wisdom. Her words deepened the mystery, leaving Is and Emeka in silence. The enigma of Adanma continued to grow, casting a shadow over the vibrant village of Umuofia. The unanswered question lingered: what did Adanma truly seek, and would anyone ever be able to satisfy her? The whispers about Adanma's elusiveness grew louder with each passing day. The men of Umuofia were determined to unravel the mystery and win her heart. Among them, Emeka, Chike, and Obi were the most persistent. They decided to make one final attempt to win Adanma's favor, each bringing forth their most compelling attributes. Emeka, the warrior, was first. He staged a grand display of his prowess in the village square, where everyone gathered to watch. Clad in his traditional warrior attire, with a spear in hand and feathers adorning his head, he performed a series of awe-inspiring feats. He wrestled with the strongest men in the village and emerged victorious, demonstrating his unmatched strength and bravery. The crowd cheered, but Adanma remained impassive. Later that evening, she told Emeka, "Strength and bravery are admirable, but they are not enough to capture my heart." Next was Chike, the wealthy trader. He arranged a lavish feast at his home, inviting the entire village. His compound was adorned with colorful fabrics, and the air was filled with the aroma of the finest foods. Chike wore his richest garments, showcasing his prosperity. He presented gifts of gold, intricate beads, and exotic spices to Adanma, hoping to dazzle her with his wealth. Adanma accepted the gifts graciously but later told him, "Wealth and abundance are fleeting. They cannot buy the depth of my affection." Obi, the wise but poor man, made his attempt last. He invited Adanma to a quiet spot by the riverbank, where the gentle flow of water and the rustling of leaves created a serene backdrop. Dressed in his modest traditional attire, he spoke to her of his dreams, his values, and his love for the simple beauties of life. He recited poems and shared stories of his humble yet content existence. Adanma listened intently, her eyes softening, but in the end, she said, "Wisdom and kindness are precious, but they alone cannot fulfill the yearning in my soul." The suitors were disheartened, and the village was abuzz with speculation. What could Adanma possibly want that these fine men could not provide? Amidst the chatter and disappointments, Nkem harbored a secret of her own. She had long been in love with Obi, drawn to his gentle spirit and thoughtful nature. However, she had never confessed her feelings, believing herself unworthy and overshadowed by Adanma. Nkem's inner turmoil grew as she watched Obi's heartbreak. Driven by her hidden love and desperation, she devised a plan to win his heart. She decided to betray her best friend, hoping that in doing so, she might finally capture Obi's affection. One night, she approached Obi under the cover of darkness, her heart pounding with fear and anticipation. "Obi," she began hesitantly, "I need to speak with you." Obi looked at her, surprised by the urgency in her voice. "What is it, Nkem?" Nkem took a deep breath, summoning all her courage. "I know why Adanma rejects everyone. She seeks something that no man can provide alone. But together, we might be able to lift the curse that binds her heart." Obi's eyes widened. "A curse? What do you mean?" Nkem explained, her voice trembling. "Adanma's family is under a curse that prevents her from finding true love. The curse can only be broken by a selfless act of love and sacrifice. I love you, Obi, and I believe that together, we can help her and free her heart." Obi was torn between his compassion for Adanma and the newfound knowledge of Nkem's feelings. The village, unaware of this secret meeting, continued to speculate and gossip. Nkem's betrayal was born out of love and desperation, but its consequences would ripple through Umuofia, setting the stage for a dramatic confrontation and the revelation of the truth behind Adanma's unattainable standards. The village of Umuofia buzzed with anticipation and uncertainty. The failed attempts of Emeka, Chike, and Obi had left everyone wondering about the true reason behind Adanma's rejections. Meanwhile, the secret pact between Nkem and Obi loomed over them like a shadow, threatening to unravel the bonds of friendship and trust. Days passed, and the village elders decided to hold a council meeting to address the issue. Is, as a respected elder, took the lead. He summoned Adanma, Obi, and Nkem to the meeting, hoping to uncover the truth and restore harmony. The elders gathered under the sacred Iroko tree, their faces stern and expectant. The air was thick with tension as Adanma, clad in her intricate beadwork and vibrant traditional attire, approached the council. Obi stood beside her, his face a mix of resolve and apprehension. Nkem, though nervous, was determined to see her plan through. Is began, his voice resonating with authority. "Adanma, we have called this meeting to understand why no man in this village has been able to win your heart. The people of Umuofia deserve an explanation." Adanma took a deep breath, her eyes reflecting a sorrow that had long been hidden. "Father, elders of Umuofia, there is a reason why I have rejected all suitors. It is not out of arrogance or ungratefulness. My heart is bound by a curse placed upon our family generations ago. A gasp rippled through the crowd. The elders exchanged concerned glances, and Isa's expression hardened. A curse, he echoed. Explain, Adanma. Adanma continued, her voice steady. Many years ago, an ancestor of ours wronged a powerful diviner. In his anger, the diviner cursed our family, proclaiming that no daughter born in our line would find true love unless a selfless act of love and sacrifice was performed. This curse has haunted us for generations. The revelation sent shockwaves through the village. The elders murmured among themselves, and the villagers looked on in disbelief. Is, grappling with the weight of his daughter's words, turned to Obi and Nkem. And you too? What part do you play in this? Obi stepped forward, his voice calm and sincere. Nkem came to me with knowledge of the curse. She believes that together, we can help Adanma and break this curse. Nkem's love for me is genuine and selfless, and she is willing to make the ultimate sacrifice. Nkem's eyes filled with tears, but she stood firm. I love Obi with all my heart. If my sacrifice can lift this curse and allow Adanma to find happiness, then I will do it willingly. The elders conferred quietly, then he spoke again. Adanma, do you believe that Nkem's sacrifice will truly break the curse? Adanma nodded, her eyes glistening with hope. Yes, father. A selfless act of love is what the curse demands. The villagers gathered closer, the tension palpable. Nkem stepped forward, holding a small, sacred figurine that represented the ancestors. She whispered a prayer, invoking their guidance and forgiveness. As she placed the figurine at Adanma's feet, a sudden hush fell over the crowd. A soft, ethereal light enveloped Adanma and Nkem. The villagers watched in awe as the light grew brighter, then faded, leaving the two women standing in silence. Adanma's eyes shone with a new light, free from the burden that had weighed her down. The curse was broken. Tears streamed down Adanma's face as she embraced Nkem. Thank you, Nkem. Your love and sacrifice have freed me. Nkem smiled through her own tears. True love knows no bounds, Adanma. In the days that followed, the village rejoiced. The story of Nkem's selfless act spread far and wide, and Umuofia celebrated the breaking of the curse with grand festivities. Adanma, now free to follow her heart, found herself drawn to Obi, whose wisdom and kindness had always resonated with her. Their union was celebrated with great joy, marking a new beginning for both of them. Adanma and Nkem's bond grew stronger than ever, built on a foundation of love, sacrifice, and understanding. The village of Umuofia thrived, its people forever inspired by the tale of a curse broken by the power of selfless love.